We're back, and this week we're talking about shoes. Really exciting, I know, but bear with me. There's 4 types of shoes. If you're getting into this running game, you're gonna know there's an abundance of shoes to choose from, and I'm gonna help you decipher which ones you actually need to use and when to use them. First up, foam shoes. We don't cut the crap here. We're just gonna go straight into it. Foam shoes. Now, if you're running and really starting to get into it, you're gonna see a lot of posts and a lot of celebrity profiles wearing carbon race shoes, and they're gonna be the orange Alpha Flies. They're gonna be great, but don't use them for anything apart from racing. There's more and more evidence that suggests carbon race shoes are linked to Achilles injuries, and you don't want that. So continue to wear foam running shoes. And then carbon race shoes. These are the things you're gonna use for a huge amount of speed on race day. What you wanna be able to achieve is feel like you are extremely strong when training, that you can run very far, you can have a certain high pace when training, but then you have an accelerator, you have like a rocket booster for race day, and that's what carbon race shoes are for. Don't use them every single day, although last year I did wear carbon race shoes every single time in training, but I think I've learnt better. Use them as the accelerator for race day. And that leaves us with 2 other pairs of shoes. The training shoes and the firm foam shoes. There is a difference here. Bear with me. So let's stick with the foam race shoes. And I call them race shoes because a lot of people wear these. These are the Nike Zoom Tempos. They use them for racing, and I think a lot of people think they have carbon plates in them. They don't. They have the air pocket. I'm not sure how effective it is. All I can say about these shoes is they're very, very forgiving on the feet. They're like the foam Infinity runs that I have, but they are pretty good for those base runs. But here's the key difference from, say, the Nike Zoom Fly, which has a lot of foam. These also have a lot of foam, but they don't roll side to side. So one thing you'll get if you buy the Nike Alpha Flies or the Adizero, the top end Adizeros, is they will rock from side to side and there's not much stability. Whereas these have been phenomenal for sprint sessions and sessions like that. So get yourself a pair of flat foam running shoes for those high paced tempo sessions. And then lastly, training shoes. If you are taking running seriously, you're gonna take your strength training seriously. One of the biggest ways to reduce your injury and increase your speed and your overall competitiveness when running, whether that's at a top elite level, which I'm not at, or it's with mates, or it's just in amateur races, strength training becomes so important. And having something that is completely stable, like the Nike Metcon, is absolutely vital for that. So these aren't light, they're really sturdy. You do see CrossFit athletes doing 1 kilometer sprints to them. But if you are a runner, which is what this video is about, these training shoes are for you lifting weights. And they're super stable, there's not much bounciness, so they're gonna be awful to run in, but they are for training. And so in conclusion, yes, I have 4 pairs of running shoes, but they all are for a very specific cause, and they're a very specific use case. And if you're starting to take this seriously, or you're a beginner runner, you don't wanna make mistakes. You don't want to pick a shoe that could damage your Achilles if you're training it the whole time. You don't want a shoe that's not going to give you any energy when you're running. And you're not going to want a shoe when you enter that first race that is not as springy as you could want. But at the end of the day, if you just go out and enjoy running, pick any shoe and you'll enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow my shorts. I'm going to do way more shorts. Hopefully that helps. There's 4 types of shoes: foam, training, carbon race shoe, and flat foam shoe. They'll have specific use cases. Hope this has been useful. Enjoy your running. And you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, etc.